The 100-Day Rwandan Genocide is a big part of Rwanda's history as it continues its development today. In 1994, the genocide led to Rwanda's minority population of Tutsis being highly discriminated against and killed as a result of President Habyarimana's plane crash. The mass killings, which had occurred daily, ruined thousands and thousands of innocent families' lives and spread a message of brutality all over Rwanda. It was messages like these that made the Tutsis, such as Paul Kagame, want to take down their government since it consisted of Hutus and things would get worse if not taken down. In order to do this, Paul got assistance from about 4,000 ethnic Tutsis from the Ugandan army, and they left towards Kigali, Rwanda's capital. Over there, they sadly learned that the Hutus were supported by their allies such as France, Belgium, and Zaire, all who were providing them with weapons, and that every other country they had asked had something better to be doing rather than helping them. It is estimated that the Hutus killed 8,000 Tutsis a day with the help of machetes and knives. This then led to the development of the Rwandan Patriotic Front, short for RPF, who planned to bomb the government with artillery and mortar in order to lower their morale and starve them so that they would rather flee than fight. Rwanda's population has doubled in the past decade, and the HIV rates along with child mortality rates have decreased drastically. The economy has also grown 8% since 2008, making it the most desirable African country to invest in.
You may wonder how society formed to become the way it is today. Much of these formations are due to the Mongol leader Genghis Khan, who was born Temujin. Temujin at the time had been neglected as a child and failed in most childhood aspects, which later prompted him to want to make a worldwide empire. Temujin was born in 1162 and was the son of a local chieftain. He was born clutching a blood cup, which was a sign from heaven that he would one day become a great warrior. Unfortunately, his father dying of being poisoned when he was 9 slowed his development of becoming a great warrior. Another factor was when his tribe abandoned him after his father's death. He was stuck with just his half-brother. When Temujin found out that his brother had been hoarding food from others till they starved to death, Temujin was furious and killed him. Due to this, Temujin gained control of his brother's tribe and led alongside with his to be life friend Jamuka. After roughly 10 years had elapsed, Temujin wanted to expand his tribe, so he did by marrying Borte, which combined his and her local tribe. This gave them both an excellent fighting force, and Temujin was so confident in his people that he didn't move for some time. Unfortunately, he got raided by the Merkit tribe, and they kidnapped his wife, so he left to go seek from the local Khan's tribe. After getting his wife back and slaughtering the Merkit tribe behind the mountains, he learned that he should forge alliances and friendships. Jamuka and he both had two different beliefs on who should rule the tribe, and very soon they became enemies. Jamuka then proceeded to slaughter his men in an ambush, which made Temujin highly furious. Temujin then devised a plan in which he trained his tribesmen to be masters of both archery and horsemanship, which had a deadly effect on Jamuka's men. The bows they used could shoot arrows up to 500 yards, and his rankings were based on meritocracy. He struck fear into Jamuka's army and ambushed them, leading to Jamuka's honorable death. His victory finally made the Mongols unified to one leader, and his name was granted the title Genghis Khan. For this great achievement, Genghis Khan means universal leader. Due to his newfound wealth and status, he then used his power to strike against any Chinese dynasties who opposed him, plundered, killed, and raped anyone who stood in his way towards Beijing. On his way, he cut off vital supplies to Beijing and made the people resort to cannibalism, and they soon surrendered without force. After conquering Beijing, he wanted to spread west as far as Eastern Europe. Unfortunately, he died in 1227 during his final quest in China. About 30,000 people attended his funeral, but they, along with the executors, all had to be executed to keep his burial location a secret. Though Genghis Khan died over 900 years ago, his legacy still lingers today. 1 in every 200 people have descended from him. He also paved the way for a modern-day civilization. The Mongols disregarded race, ethnicity, and class, which created a society based on meritocracy. They also practiced religious tolerance. This led his empire to be the most diverse in history, and he also set an example to the future countries to have a combined society which abided by the same laws and equality toward all citizens. He led to the establishment of the famous Silk Road and its high protection and value, which led to the spread of globalization and sparked the Renaissance period just a few generations later.
The Mongol invasions by Genghis Khan and the Rwandan genocide's journeys are similar in many ways, including how they both had a motive to seek revenge for their loved ones and wanted a better life for their people. We can see that they also learned the importance of alliances and strong friendships, and how they could turn a whole situation around through both journeys as they needed assistance to overcome their biggest opponents. They both impact the future world through many ways, such as the world now paying attention to everything and not putting less important things in front of others, and how the spread of globalization is important for the country's economy and the spread of ideas and cultures around the world. They both provide a much better life to those who are associated with their journey and help their ethnicity gain a better and easier lifestyle than they had before. In this project, we learned that kindness and friendship is very important in today's society, because without kindness or friendship, events like the Rwandan genocide sparked up, and warriors like Genghis Khan wanted to please themselves so they could feed themselves happiness which they lacked in their youth. These two events are incredibly important to our history because they paved the way for our modern society and taught us values and morals that we should have to try and be better. We never know if there's a tomorrow, so we should all be kind to each other and bond together. Thank you.